Hello guys, welcome to another video on Archicad 20 CAD engine tutorials. So before we start today, I would like you to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification button so that you can get the updates of the new videos when I post them, so you don't get missed out. You don't get missed out on any video and any updates I'm going to be posting consistently on Archicad training. So last video we talked about the door settings, the regular door settings, the height, the width, the seal, the story, whatever, the settings of the door leaf, door frame, door leaf type, all of these settings we talked about in the previous video. So now we are going to talk about the something that I said I will talk about in this video, which is the masonry arc and the dimension marker. Dimension marker might not come in because you will be needing this in your working drawings, but this one we are just learning the tools, how to use the tools, so we might skip this one in the next video. So dimension the masonry arc now is, let me select this door and then move it a little bit further away. Masonry arc, when this door was on the last video, when we moved the wall, so we will put another door here with a masonry arc, and this one does not have a masonry arc. So how do we do that? We go to the settings, come here, check where you have masonry arc. That is, masonry arc is to add a keystone, or these ancient arcs, all these ancient arcs that are above the doors. But masonry arc is mostly used to put keystones on windows and doors, keystones. So let's continue. So you go to the settings, come here, and then check where you have a masonry arc. Now it is not active, you have to check it for it to be active. Now we have checked it, all these things now activated. So now you have to go to here, because this is where you have to look at to set it here and in the 3D. It has nothing to do with the floor plan, it's just the 3D. Now okay, so if you want to put a keystone, that is a masonry arc. You have masonry segmented arc, this one that looks like this. Let me change the color so that okay. Now as you can see the different types of arc, but if you want it to have a keystone, you select the type, the arc, this one or this one. Masonry arc that has keystone, that is one you have to select so that you can see the keystone coming out here. Now what we have to do is now to remove this one and this one so that the keystone now stands. But remember, this is the back of the door, you have to put it to where you have the outside casing, because the keystone is supposed to be projecting more than the casing. So let's go. But before we do that, let's just go to casing, the outside casing, and then reduce the projection to 100 and then give this 75. so we can actually, yeah, thank you. So masonry arc with keystone, that's what you have to do. Skew back angle 75, depending on how you want your keystone to be. Me, I normally put my keystone to 85 so that it will look a little bit straight, so it's going to be sweet like that. So you come to the keystone. This is the skew back angle we just did. You come to the keystone. Width is how wide the keystone is. That is the, when I mean the width is from here to here. That is the width. They set it to 100. You can make yours 150 or 200. You will see the effect is changing. So let's just leave it to 100. So oversize is how tall. This is how tall it is going to be, like this one. How, if you set this, if you remove this one and remove this one, the keystone will go out with it. So you have to set the oversize, how tall you want it to be from this door, how tall it's going to be. Remember, this keystone is, they're calculating the height from here. So when you project it, it will break this door casing here. So let's go. So let's set the oversize to 200 so that it can come out like this. So projection, remember that when you want to set the projection, remember that your casing is, look at the projection here, it is projecting 100, so you have to make the masonry arc projection one bigger than 100. Let me say 150, so that it is going to be okay. I don't want to go to the 3D. Let's just finish the setting. So here is where you have the masonry arc thickness. Now you can see that if you set this to 0, it will go back to some kind of setting that is not suitable for it. This time you will still see it there, but if you don't want to see it, this is a secret I'm releasing to you. If you don't want to see it, you can type 0.1 and it will tell you, it will show you 0. That's 0 you are looking for. Type 0.1. The same thing here, you type 0.1, so it will show you 0, so that the keystone can now come out well. Uncheck this, it can now come out well. And when you look at it on the 3D, now here is our keystone. Very sweet and very simple. This is what we are talking about. So let's set this wall to seal the wall base as usual, and we now have this door here. Now when you place this door here and go to 3D, we now have a door without a keystone, and we have a door with a keystone. So you can clap for yourself when you have done this. Are you following me? Yes. Now remember we said we'll be handling the dimension marker. Let's just take a quick glance at it. Select a door, or you can put a new door with a dimension marker. You can select a door, go to the settings, and then go to dimension marker. Here that the wrote no marker is set to dimension marker 20. Dimension marker 20. Now so it will show you this. Look at where your eyes should be going. This is where your eyes should be going. So these are the settings you are going to be setting for the dimension marker. You have here marker options, show ID on. show sizes on, size to show warhole dimensions. Yes, so you just come to this show center line, you off it so that it goes off here. If you on it, it comes on here. If you off it, you don't need this in your working drawing. So this is the only one you set in this marker options. You come to geometry, marker shape, you can select diamond, oval, whatever, any one that you want, diamond, rectangle, anyhow that you want it, rectangle or triangle, whatever. So let's just stick to circle. So marker direction standard, fit marker to font size is off, you put it on. So all these ones you can set it in the first door that you put, then use it to put on the other doors. You can manually set this one to be faster. Okay, this is okay. This is just the same settings. So this is one thing we omitted is on the dimension marker. Marker text, full element ID. You know, in the working drawing you set your doors, you name your doors door 1, door 2, door 3. Now you don't do that here. You only, if you set the full element ID, check the compartment ID. Now you put your own custom text. Now your custom text now should be D1. It will change here. You say okay, now it has gone to D1. Now you can select the door. These numbers that are written here, you can move them to this area, and this D1 you just move it to this area. Now you have placed the custom door. Now for you to put these properties on this one, you just go to here, pick up parameters, come to the door, it is highlighted, you pick up the parameters, and now go to inject parameters. Onto this door you inject. That is your door, that is your door D1. Have you seen it? So this is how we do the marker options and the keystone, which we talked about in the previous video. Let me just undo that so that you can see the keystone. So you can see the keystone, and this one is set to 100. See it to orbit. Let's just set it to 0, and here we go. So that will be all for now on the door tools. When we get to design proper, we will now be handling how to set this one, the custom door leaf that we talked about, how to put your own custom door leaf in Archicad. But for now we will stop here. So see you in the next video. You can subscribe for you to get the notification about the next video. We will now be entering into the window tool, similar to the door tool but a little bit complex. It might take a long time before we finish with the window tool, but for now we have to end this video. So I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribed and make sure you hit the notification button for you to know when I upload the video, so that I can watch on time and continue learning. this is a tutorial. All right, so see you in the next videos. Thank you guys.